The tension in the Bay Area has officially hit its boiling point. The Golden State Warriors, a team that has lived off the idea of chemistry, teamwork, and brotherhood, might just be facing one of their most chaotic moments yet. After a series of behind-the-scenes moves that nearly brought Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Warriors, Draymond Green reportedly stepped in and shut the whole thing down. Yes, you heard that right, the man who's known for his intensity, his leadership, and sometimes his unpredictable temper, apparently stopped a potential trade that could have completely changed the NBA landscape. But that's not even the craziest part of this story. Because what happened next in the Warriors' locker room right after Stephen Curry's latest clutch performance left everyone stunned. Now, let's start with what everyone's talking about, the potential Giannis to Golden State deal. For weeks, NBA insiders have been whispering about how the Warriors' front office was quietly exploring ways to bring in another superstar. Giannis Antetokounmpo, a two-time MVP and NBA champion, had reportedly been growing frustrated with the Milwaukee Bucks' inconsistent roster and playoff results. The Warriors, sensing an opportunity to recreate another superteam era, were said to be deep in talks to make a blockbuster trade that would pair Giannis with Curry, creating what fans were calling the ultimate dynasty 2.0. According to multiple reports, the trade package included Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, and multiple first-round picks. It was the kind of move that could have instantly shifted the balance of power back to the Bay. But here's where the story takes a shocking twist: Draymond Green wasn't on board. Insiders close to the team claim that when Draymond heard about the trade discussions, he went straight to the Warriors' front office and made his feelings very clear. He didn't want Giannis coming in. Why? Sources say Draymond believed that bringing Giannis to the team would destroy the chemistry they've worked so hard to rebuild after a rocky season. He reportedly argued that Giannis' dominant, ball-in-hand play style wouldn't fit with the Warriors' system and that it could push Curry out of his rhythm. But behind that reason, there may have been something deeper: a fear of losing control in the locker room. Draymond has always been the emotional core of Golden State. He's the voice, the spark, the enforcer. Adding a megastar like Giannis could easily change that dynamic. And from what insiders are saying, Draymond wasn't about to let that happen without a fight. Now, this is where things start to get intense. During a recent team meeting, Draymond reportedly confronted the idea of the Giannis trade directly, in front of teammates and staff. People in the room described the energy as tense and heated. Draymond allegedly made it known that if the trade went through, he wasn't sure he'd be able to stay on board with the team's direction. He reminded everyone how long he's been the backbone of the Warriors' defense and leadership. According to one report, he even said, "We've built this thing together, and we're not just going to hand it over to someone new because the front office got nervous." While that statement might sound bold, it reflects just how much pride Draymond has in the Warriors' culture and how protective he is of it. But not everyone agreed with him. Some players reportedly saw Giannis' arrival as a chance to reignite their championship hopes. The locker room started splitting: a few guys on Draymond's side, valuing chemistry and loyalty, and others wanting a new spark, a new superstar who could bring them back to dominance. And right in the middle of it all was Stephen Curry, the calm in the storm. The franchise cornerstone, the heart and soul of the Warriors, the man who's seen it all. Curry, as usual, kept his focus where it belonged on the court. Because while the drama unfolded off the hardwood, Curry was delivering another incredible performance on it. In their recent game against a top Western rival, Curry went absolutely nuclear, draining impossible shots, orchestrating the offense with surgical precision, and once again reminding everyone why he's one of the greatest to ever touch a basketball. Fans witnessed Curry put up another 40-point masterpiece, including a game-winning three-pointer that sent Chase Center into absolute chaos. The crowd roared, teammates mobbed him, and for a brief moment, the Warriors looked like the dynasty we all remembered. But when the players returned to the locker room, the energy shifted again. According to reports, emotions were running high. Draymond was visibly fired up, shouting encouragement, but there was also a strange tension in the air, the kind that comes when people know something big is brewing behind closed doors. Some teammates tried to lighten the mood, celebrating Curry's heroics. Others stayed quiet, glancing at their phones, maybe checking for updates about the rumored Giannis trade. And then, as one insider put it, Draymond made his presence felt. He reportedly took control of the room, slamming his hands together and shouting, "This is who we are. We don't need anyone else." The room erupted. Some players cheered, others looked conflicted, but one thing was clear: Draymond was sending a message to the front office, the fans, and the entire NBA. The Warriors were not going to sell their soul for another superstar. Meanwhile, Curry, ever the professional, was seen calming things down, smiling, and dapping up his teammates. He didn't take sides publicly, but his performance on the court spoke volumes. It was as if he was saying, "You want to build around me? Then trust what we already have." And that's exactly what fans love to see: vintage Warriors unity in the middle of chaos. But make no mistake, this drama is far from over. The front office reportedly still believes that adding a player of Giannis' caliber could extend Curry's championship window by years. Bob Myers may be gone, but the new management group is aggressive, and they're not afraid to make bold moves. However, with Draymond's influence in the locker room and Curry's leadership balancing everything, the team is at a crossroads. Do they chase another star? Or do they double down on the core that brought them 4 championships? Social media exploded after the news broke. Fans flooded X and Instagram with divided opinions. Some said Draymond was right to protect the team's chemistry, while others accused him of sabotaging a move that could have made the Warriors unbeatable again. Even NBA analysts chimed in, calling it classic Warriors drama. One insider tweeted, "Draymond Green is the only player in the league who can stop a Giannis trade with pure emotion." And that's the truth. Love him or hate him, Draymond's voice carries serious weight inside that locker room. His loyalty to Curry, his connection to Klay Thompson, and his understanding of what makes this team tick is irreplaceable. The Warriors have built their legacy not just on talent, but on trust and heart. That's what makes this entire situation so fascinating. In the days following the incident, Curry reportedly invited Draymond and several key players to a private dinner, hoping to cool things off. Sources say the vibe was more relaxed, laughs were shared, the team talked openly, and they agreed that no matter what the front office decides, they'll stay locked in on one goal: winning another championship. But deep down, everyone knows the question remains: what happens if management revisits that Giannis trade idea later in the season? Will Draymond stand firm again? Would Curry support it if it meant another title run? Or will the team's internal chemistry crumble under the weight of superstar politics? Right now, one thing is for sure: the Golden State Warriors are once again the most talked about team in the NBA. Between Curry's incredible on-court magic and Draymond's fiery leadership, the Warriors remain a walking drama, a movie script in real life. Fans can't stop watching because every time it feels like the dynasty is fading, they pull us back in with another chapter that's even crazier than the last. As of now, Curry's heroics have once again unified the fan base, reminding everyone why the Warriors' story is special. But behind those locker room doors, tensions are simmering. Draymond may have stopped the Giannis trade for now, but whether he saved the dynasty or delayed its next evolution, that's something we're all waiting to find out. So stay tuned, because if history tells us anything about the Warriors, it's that drama, passion, and greatness all live in the same place. And as long as Stephen Curry and Draymond Green are wearing that blue and gold, you can bet this team will keep giving us stories the entire basketball world can't stop talking about. The dynasty isn't done, but it's definitely not quiet either. And after this wild chain of events, one thing's clear: Golden State isn't just chasing another championship, they're fighting to protect their identity. Because for Draymond Green, it's never been just about winning, it's about how you win. And for Stephen Curry, it's about doing it with heart, loyalty, and the teammates who've been there since day one. Whatever happens next, the Warriors have once again proven that no other franchise mixes chaos and greatness quite like they do. Whether Giannis eventually joins them or not, the world will be watching, because when it comes to Golden State, the drama never sleeps.